Hi everyone, my name is Erin Gellings. I'm the SSC over in Prescott. This is my second year in my role, and I'm currently a graduate student. I'm studying clinical mental health here at Mankato. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about the differences between self-care, self-soothing, and community care. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of self-care. That's something that was talked a lot about during training. But as I've gotten further into my program and just more experience as a human, I've started to realize that there are a lot of differences between self-soothing and self-care. If you want more information, you can always go to Deanna Zant. You can just Google her, and that's where I got a lot of this information, plus my own experiences. So self-soothing is something that people will reach to in order to automatically start to calm themselves down. It's something that we initially find super comforting. If we're in a lot of distress, it's kind of that first thing we might reach for. And a lot of people live by that treat yourself model. And what they're actually talking about a lot of times is self-soothing. So examples of self-soothing might be, I had a really bad day at class. I'm gonna go home and watch Rick and Morty and eat a whole sleeve of Oreos. That feels really comforting to me in that moment. And I feel better enough in order to go around about my day. In contrast, self-care is something that you're actually doing to promote personal growth. So examples of self-care might be going for a run when you're feeling a lot of high intensity emotions, maybe making sure that you're taking really good care of your body, scheduling a massage if that's something that you need in order to take care of yourself a little bit more. These are all things that are not only helping me to feel better, but they're moving me forward. Whereas self-soothing is something that's kind of keeping me where I'm at. So one of the ways that these get confused is when somebody will tell you after you've had a really bad day, you just need to treat yourself. So you go home and you eat that whole carton of Ben & Jerry's and you find yourself feeling better than you did earlier in the day, but it doesn't actually resolve that underlying problem. Whereas self-care works on moving you forward and working towards resolving those underlying issues. So a good distinction that I like to use is that of using therapy as self-care. A lot of people think of therapy as something extra that they're having to do, when really it's something that can fit really nicely into your current routine. And therapy is considered self-care because it's actually helping you resolve those underlying emotions that you might have. Where eating a sleeve of Oreos will make you feel better in the moment, therapy is actually getting at those emotions that are causing that emotional response. Something else that I wanted to talk to you all about today is the notion of community care. For those of you that aren't familiar with this term, which might be a lot of you, I didn't know about it until I started my graduate program. Community care is all about how can we apply collectivistic, or that idea of we, to individualistic problems. So community care functions on the idea that if I help someone now, it will benefit me later because I know that they'll be there when I need them. So examples of community care might be different collaborations between families to take care of childcare. Sometimes it can be something like those little free libraries, we're providing resources that everyone can benefit from. And with the knowledge that if I have a child that also wants to read books, there might be another little library in the area. The reason that community care is so important is that it helps us as a whole to move forward. So whereas self-care might be good if you're going for a run, that is helping you feel better now and it promotes your personal growth, community care helps us look out for everyone. And as we've all learned from COVID, life isn't meant to be lived alone. So examples of community care within the residence halls could be things like promoting a study group on your floor, writing notes of gratitude to other CAs that you work with. It could be stopping to actually clean up the CA workroom when you notice somebody else was in a rush and may have left it a little messy. These are all things we're doing to take care of our resources and to help others. Another example that I love to see at the Presca desk is sometimes CAs will ask one another when they're working the desk, like, hey, can I go grab some food for you and bring it to you while you work? That's an example of community care. You're looking out for someone else with the knowledge that they'll be able to help you in the future. If you have any other questions about self-soothing, self-care, or community care, or what they could look like for you, I am always more than willing to talk about it. You can always stop by the Presca desk and grab my contact information. But hopefully this was helpful, and have a great day.